Don't buy batteries for your E100 Razor scooter until you watch this. In just a few minutes I'll give you enough information to make the right decision on battery replacement. Okay, here we have a Razor E100 electric scooter that doesn't want to go. It's a few years old, so the first assumption is that it needs batteries. That may be the case, but I will quickly show you how to tell for sure before you take the scooter apart. There may be plenty of battery changing videos out there, but this is both a time-saving and potentially money-saving video because so many scooter owners change batteries for no reason. Scooters stop scooting because of bad batteries, but they also suffer from failed drive motors, wiring harness problems, and even failed on-off switches. You're going to need a multimeter or even a common battery tester as long as it has a 24-volt DC setting. And grab yourself a pencil and paper to take some notes. Here we have the power on-off rocker switch, the charging port, and a circuit breaker which acts as a resettable fuse in case something goes wrong electrically. Now, these tests work on any electric scooter, but this well-used Razor E100 is the example for today's video. This Razor E100 has two CD 4.5-12 batteries wired in series to create a 24-volt system. Fully charged, we would expect to see about 26 to 27 volts of unloaded voltage. Just remember, the difference between a battery tester and a voltmeter is that the battery tester applies a simulated load to the batteries whereas the voltmeter tests them with no load. An unloaded battery will show a slightly higher voltage reading. Let's start here and test the charger for proper output voltage. I always start here. If your charger isn't working, your batteries aren't charging and you've already found your problem. Plug the charger into a wall outlet and be sure to select DC volts on the meter. It's identified with a V and some straight or dashed lines. Only 2 of the ports are used, the third has no wire attached internally. And here we have over 27 volts, so we have already verified our charger is functioning. This is a simple test and is often overlooked. Well, the charger is good, so now we'll move to another often overlooked item. Common sense goes a long way here. So always verify that your tires are pumped up. How many pounds of air pressure do we need? How about pump these babies up until they are nice and solid? You don't need to be scientific with tire pressure, just make sure you're not trying to ride around with squishy tires. Squishy tires give the same impression as weak batteries. Okay, now it's time to take a look inside. These scooters come apart quite easily. There are just a few Phillips or crosshead screws. Find an old screwdriver and get started, or grab yourself a power tool and zip them out. We are going to inspect the wiring harness and then measure voltage on each battery. Once we have the cover off, we have easy access to the batteries and wiring harness. And here we have an obvious problem, and it's not the batteries. As soon as I took the cover off, I could see the positive wire from the charging connector is broken off. These batteries aren't charging and this will need to be soldered back on. I'm glad I looked in here before blindly ordering batteries. I had planned on measuring the voltage of each battery and inspecting the wiring harness next. Plans have changed and the wire will have to be fixed and the batteries placed on charge for about 8 hours. Fully charged, if you were to measure your batteries individually, you should see about 13.5 volts when you're using a multimeter. In this case, I am going to repair the wire and charge the scooter to see where it goes from there. A couple important things to keep in mind if you find weak or failed batteries. These batteries are soldered to the wiring harness. You need to order the batteries with the harness attached if you can't or don't want to solder. And if you don't mind soldering, you can order the batteries without the harness and save yourself a few dollars. There are links in the description for batteries with and without harnesses. Thanks for watching and please hit the like and subscribe buttons to be informed of any new ElectroCoach videos.